What's happening, y'all? Rich Sosa coming back at you with another video today. Before we get started, I gotta go ahead and say thank the Lord above, King Jesus, for another day and another opportunity. And so comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I'll definitely be sure to get back to you with a response. So as you can see from the looks of the thumbnail, title, and screen, today, man, I got y'all with another rare build, and this is going to be for y'all big men out there. So this one, it's going to be coming out to the BACKLINE INSIDE-OUT DIMER, and look at these shades of Victor Wembanyama, DeMarcus Cousins, and Joel Embiid. As far as when it comes towards these strengths today, I love what they say: finds shooters out from the paint, owns the restricted area, knows how to steal and score, defend space inside well. And of course, weaknesses, no big weaknesses to report. And these top attributes are going to be the pass accuracy, block, and post control. Now with this one today, man, I really wanted to make a big man that's going to be, you know, that hybrid of being able to still handle the rock, but be a defensive presence down low, even be able to maybe switch on top of the perimeter, but not being able to having to sacrifice anything offensively. And I think this is the best version of that, bro. I mean, look at those shades. When you get Victor Wembanyama as your #1 shade of comparison, bro, I guarantee y'all that you know you're in for a great build. And to go with it, this build has no weaknesses. So I do want to open up with a scripture, man. I've been doing that on every single video. And this is just something that I want to share with my community, but a message that I want to share with the 2K community as a whole. So this one's going to be coming from the first book of John, verses 3:16. This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us. We ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. And this is just a message that I really wanted to push out, because in this community, man, it seems as though it's the complete opposite. It seems as though also that there's so much toxicity in it. And I really just want to be one stepping stone, one domino effect to push back against that, man, and be able to spread the word of God, bro, and to be able to shed that little bit of light, that little bit of positivity in this community, man. So I just want to say that I'm truly grateful and I'm appreciated for y'all, man, my community that we're building here. I really just want to be able to show y'all where I get my faith, my confidence, and my belief and hope in tomorrow, bro. And that's all from Jesus Christ, man. Without this channel, none of it would be possible. From the man upstairs, bro, I would not have this channel if it weren't for him, man. So thank y'all for the support. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you know. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. Let's get to the breakdown of this build. So I made 35 builds total with this one on my channel, man. And I guarantee with this one, if you love this one, you're going to go ahead and enjoy the other previous builds on my channel. So go ahead and be sure to check them out. Now starting out with this one, we will be putting it under that center position. As far as when it comes towards this height today, I'm going to go up to 7'1". Looking at that weight, let's drop this to 222. Then wrapping up everything with the wingspan today, I'm going to put this up to 7'4". Now, as far as when it comes towards this body shape, we get slender, balanced, and buff. So you definitely got a body shape that is going to be viable in order to, you know, just get better contact animations, be able to body up defenders and offenses a little bit better. Now let's get started with this archetype. The first area in which I always like to start out every single build with, man, it's going to be these physicals. It gives you a great idea of what you should be expecting out of the badges and animations. So I'm going to put this speed all the way up to a 71. As far as when it comes towards that agility, I know some of y'all are probably not going to like this, but I'm going to go with a 59. Now, I've seen them 7'4" builds moving. And I'm telling y'all, with a build like this, especially considering what we can do with the dribbling, the 59 agility is not going to be affecting us. So that strength today, let's go all the way up to a 78. And as far as when it comes towards this vertical, I'm going to go up to an 83. So this is what we're going to be looking like off rip, man. You do get Hall of Fame pogo sticks, so that's going to be great on a 7'1" build. On top of that, man, you still got the whole offense to get into. And I guarantee y'all don't feel discouraged, because this is going to be a build that can pretty much do everything offensively and defensively. So I'm going to start out with that mid-range shot. I'm going to put this all the way up to an 80. Now, as far as when it comes towards that three-pointer, let's go up to an 83. Now, I'm going to give y'all a quick tip on this build. So I know a lot of y'all probably would want to go ahead and upgrade limitless range to the gold tier, and that's perfectly fine. It's all going to come down to what you want to specialize in, though, in shooting, defense, or rebounding. And for this build, bro, I would highly consider, the shooting or defense. It's all going to come down to your preference, but I would specialize in defense, man. As far as when it comes towards the free throw, let's put this up to a 60. And we're going to move on to that finishing. So I'm going to put that close shot up to an 81. As far as when it comes towards that driving layup, I'm going to go with a 75. And then for that driving dunk, man, this is where things get special. So with this rating right here, the 84, we're going to be able to unlock LeBron James dunk style. Now on a 7'1" build, bro, I guarantee y'all that's going to be one of the nastiest combinations out there. And if you haven't used LeBron James dunk style yet, man, I guarantee you go ahead and try to unlock it on the build that you do currently have. If you don't, you are definitely missing out, but getting it on this build at 7'1", definitely going to be one of the funnest slashers that you can make, man. And that was kind of my goal with making the tallest possible slasher without having to, really worry and sacrifice too much about, just losing out on the overall offensive abilities of the shooting. Even when it comes towards the playmaking, this build is going to be great, man. And I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite things about this build today. So for that standing dunk, make sure you go up to an 81. This will allow you to get those pro standing contact dunks. And then for that post control, this is going to be key. Let's go up to an 86 to get silver unpluckable. And this is what we're going to be looking like starting out on the offensive side, man. So as you can see, we're already stacked. And I gotta say, man, as a big man at the height of 7'1", comparing to what we can do in previous years, this is probably one of the best builds that you can make at this height. And I gotta say, in all of 2Ks, bro. Now, starting with that playmaking, I'm gonna put this pass accuracy all the way up to a 91. A lot of y'all don't want to put into that pass accuracy on a big man. If you want to be able to ISO, this is going to be money. Now that ball handle, to get the most out of the dribbling animations, the 65 is the highest that you can go to unlock, certain dribble styles, like, for example, Victor Wembanyama, Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I'm going to go with a 65. It's not worth it, putting those attributes into anything else other than the speed with ball. So I'm going to go up to a 55 to get Giannis dribble style. And we're looking set with this offensive side, man. I think this is probably one of the best. You can consider it a point center, in my opinion, because this is a build that can literally do a little bit of everything. Now, once we get to this defense, I made sure to be able that we can switch on and off ball when it comes towards guarding bigs or guards. So that interior defense, I'm going to go up to an 85. The perimeter, make sure you go up to an 82 or 62. That's going to get you a movable enforcer. Now consider adding a max +2 on this badge, bro. You'll be able to get that on goal. That's crazy for a 7'1" build. Now the steal, I'm going to go up to a 60. Same exact thing can be said here. If you want to get gold interceptor, the option is definitely there. And then for the block today, I'm going to go up to an 87, wrapping up everything with the rebounding. Let's go with an 80 for the offensive. As far as when it comes towards that defensive, I'm going to go up to an 85. And this is what we're going to be looking like on this build today, man. So I got to say, in my opinion, this is probably one of the best all-around archetypes that you can make. And, you still have a few attributes remaining and left over. So if you wanted to put it towards, let's say, the perimeter defense, you can definitely do so. If you wanted to put it towards the free throw, which, I think that's probably a better option. Only because, if you're going to be down low, if you get hacked, you definitely want to be able to be a threat. Or even if you want to upgrade it more towards that driving layup, it's all going to come down to your preference to use 3 cap breakers there. But I'm going to put it towards this area. And this is what this build is going to be looking like once you get it maxed out to its full potential. Now look at these badges. You get Hall of Fame Pogo Stick. You're also getting Gold Box LVs, Break Starter, Post Fade Phenom, Versatile Visionary, Aerial Wizard with Dimer. From there, we get Silver High-Fly Denier, Float Game, Hook Specialist with Post Lockdown. We get Unpluckable, Set Shot Specialist, Rise Up, Rebound Chaser, Post Up Poet, Paint Patroller with Bailout. And then for the bronze, we get Paint Prodigy, Physical Finisher, Brick Wall, Deadeye, Post Powerhouse, Immovable Enforcer, Interceptor, Posterizer, and Limitless Range. So you do need to consider the cap breakers when towards using your max +1s and 2s. And if you use one cap breaker put towards that block, you'll be able to get High-Flying Denier on that gold tier, max +2 into legend. Same thing can be said for a lot of these other badges or upgrading, to get post lockdown, you need to use 3 cap breakers to get it on that gold tier. The rebounding, I'm not too worried about this area. As far as when it comes towards the ball handle itself, if you want to get more passing styles, you definitely can do that, or more badges, man. What I like about this build is that if you use 4 to 5 cap breakers, every single cap breaker along the way, you unlock another badge at a higher level. Look at Dimer at a 92 pass accuracy, you get Hall of Fame. Break Strider at a 93 pass accuracy, you get it on Hall of Fame. As far as for bailout, you're going to be able to get that on gold, and Versatile Visionary at 95, you get it on Hall of Fame. So this is probably one of the best areas to use those cap breakers towards, especially if you're looking to be a team player. Now the shooting, I already went over this. I wouldn't use cap breakers towards this area, but definitely worth using the max +1s and max +2 towards possibly, I would say, limitless range and set shot specialist. But as far as when it comes towards that driving dunk, I like the fact that we do get LeBron James dunk style. If you wanted to specialize in shooting, that's another route that you can take. Possibly go ahead and try to boost posterizer to gold. That's something that I would consider. I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this build. Is there anything that you potentially would change about it? Now do take in mind, we get those pro standing contact dunks, some of the best dunk styles, and you can use 5 cap breakers to get, more of the upgraded layup styles if you wanted to. As far as for the shooting, we get some pretty good jump shots and bases, even with these badges. The pass accuracy, this is probably the best thing about this build today. The ball handle, I love the 65 to get those dribble animations, and the defense is super well-rounded to be able to guard just about anybody. And the rebounding, man, you can't get much better than this on a 7'1" build, to be able to do what we can offensively and on the defense. With these physicals, the only hit is probably going to be the agility, but I guarantee y'all, man, if you use Powerhouse Takeover, that's going to take good care of this, man. So let's go ahead and move forward, and before we do, man, if you have not done so already, let's go ahead and get 25 likes on this video. I know that we can reach it, so let's go ahead and move forward. And as y'all can see, coming up at the 35th build that we've created together on this channel, I introduced to y'all the BACKLINE INSIDE-OUT DIMER Center, man. Probably, in my opinion, one of the better all-around builds that you can make. You can do everything on the defensive end and offense, and what I really like about it is you can take this build into any game mode, man. I think I crafted it perfectly to be a threat in just about any, setting that you come across or any situation, man. So once again, thank every single one of y'all for your support. I'm making it to the very end. Just know that I got another video coming for y'all tomorrow. So before we get out of here, if it was your first time coming pro, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And last but definitely not least, with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. God bless you, and Rich out.